If you want to quit your 9 to 5 and make $100 every single day, it only takes 10 minutes selling options. This is how. Go to Tasty Trade. I'm going to show you this secret indicator. Go to watch list. They have a watch list that's called high option volume. You're going to scroll here. Right here, you're going to go to Tasty, okay? And in Tasty, you're going to scroll down to right here, liquidity and high option volume. When you click on this one, it will open a lot of stocks. You don't have to sell options on Nvidia every day and all that stuff. You can make $100 every single day on other stocks that have super high implied volatility as of today. Now you have a list. I'm looking at the IVR. I change by IVR. Anything over 100, I pay attention. We got super microconductor. I'm not touching that, even though there's a lot of premium for the option seller. KRE, I have a different stuff on my list. If you look at my list, we got forever ETF list, sell to ATR. This is for KRE, but today we're going over step 3. Check my channel, subscribe for the other steps. Liquidity, high option volume, 8 ATR puts for monthly. What does that mean? I've picked the stock Shopify. Shopify, if you think it will go to zero, it's up to you. But I want to make $100 today in the next 10 minutes selling naked puts on Shopify. Why have I picked this? Because the IVR is 87.2%, IVR percentile 94%, and the IVR change in the last 5 days is a positive 3.1%. Ideally, this isn't like the perfect trade. Well, no trade is perfect unless you close it for a profit. I'm looking for this around 100. 87 is okay. It's okay. Everything over 50 means that the options are more expensive, so you want to be an option seller. You don't have to, it's up to you, but if it's over 50, be an option seller. IV percentage rank for Shopify in 94%, meaning it's as of now it's expensive to buy some calls or puts, so I prefer to sell them and get this number. This over 5% is ideal for me because that means that volatility moved up, but nothing happened. It's not like they posted earnings or something happened in the company and it still moved up. The implied volatility moved up, the option became expensive, but nothing happened in the stock. That's it. So I'm gonna focus on Shopify. I'm gonna make $100 today in the next 10 minutes. So let me show you exactly what to do. This is by the way, Tasty Trade link below. This is the indicators that I use. I don't care about any RSI, MACD, Bollinger, none of that. I only focus on extreme statistic variation. What does it mean? The first indicator is the most important to me, ATR, average true range. You see the price now, 202, $2, okay? 202 is the price that Shopify stocks have moved up or down on average in the last 14 days. On the last 14 days, Shopify moved $2, so I can expect today the price to move from 78 to about 80 or 76 on average. It doesn't mean that it moves $2, it means that it moves up or down, depends on the day, but on average, you can expect $2 move. Why is this important? Because I'm going to take this number 2.2, I'm going to open my calculator and I'm going to multiply this not by 1 ATR, not by 2 ATR, which is extreme. I'm going to multiply this by 8. 8 times the the average move that Shopify have done in the last 14 days. There's no earnings tomorrow, there's none of that. But if it does move to the downside, 8 times the ATR, then yeah, I'll buy the stock, but and then do a covered calls and collect more premium against that. But if it doesn't, I'll collect about $100 today in 10 minutes, so it will help me quit my 9 to 5. I'm gonna click enter, and I know the price is about $16, so I'm gonna take, you see, $16 is 8 times the average true range, the expected, the move that Shopify made. This is so extreme, so I'm gonna take 78.44, which is the price right now. I'm gonna back down to this minus 16 bucks. Let's call it 16, doesn't matter. And I have a price that I know now, around $60, 60, 62, something like that. I will aim to to collect $100 around 60. What does it mean? I'm gonna sell naked puts around $60 for Shopify. Now, if I have Robinhood, I would probably need $6,000 is buying power. I'm gonna show you the beauty of Tasty Trade and why I love this platform a lot more. Now, before we go, now we have a number, but let's go over the other indicators. The next one, the ST squeeze, is like a variation of the TTM squeeze. I like to see it in green. If it's in green, it means that the Shopify stock should move nowhere, just trade in orange and go nowhere. If it's red, it means that it could squeeze up or down, and I don't want to take trades when it's in red, only when it's green. And this is the most, all of them are important by the IVR. And if you notice, there's no RSI, there's no all the popular Fibonacci, there's none of that. There's only statistical stuff. IVR indicator, you see the price right now, 88 high, 75 low. I'm looking for over 50. That's it. If it's over 50, I'm an option seller and I'm a happy camper. That's all I do. So we are now at 88. It means that the options are getting expensive, and the options are getting expensive, and I'm selling 8 times the ATR. Then yeah, I'll collect about $100, call it a day, and move on to the next trade. And the next one is Kettler channel, also 8 times. I've changed the setting, factor 8, length 50. This isn't the default, means that it's so extreme. We want the stock to trade in the blue. When you sell options, when I sell naked puts, I want the stock to be around the blue line, which is around 80, 79. If it goes too extreme, it tells you that the extreme on one side is 95 and the extreme on the other side 59. Let's call it $60. Now remember, we have the price of 62. That's the super extreme. So if we do get assigned, we're gonna collect our premium today. That's our money to keep. But if we do get assigned and Shopify drops like 30% from 78 to around 60, yeah, I'll own the shares and I will either hold it long term or do some covered calls. I don't know, but in the meantime, I will collect the premium. So those are the indicators. The next, I'm gonna click on trade, and in trade I have picked December. You see here, December 20, 46 days to expiration right here. I just skipped the weeklies because the weeklies have a lot of liquidity. As far as I know from experience, only the big guys, the Tesla, the Nvidia, the Apple, I don't trade those on a daily basis. I trade what the statistics tells me, and the high option volume tells me that today is a good day to sell naked puts on Shopify, and this is what I'm gonna do. Money is money. It doesn't matter if you collect $100 on Shopify or collect $100 on Nvidia stock. It doesn't matter. It's still the same $100. So 46 days to expiration, December 20. That's what I've picked, and you see here, first of all, I'm gonna show you that we are here on Tasty Trade. Shows us that the expected move is the brown line. They expect Shopify to move for one side to be around 70 on one side and 90 on the other side, give or take, like 67 to 92, give or take. We are picking the 60. You can go up higher if you want to collect the exact $100, but I've picked the $60 naked put. What does it mean? That if Shopify goes below 60, yeah, I'll own the stock. I prefer to buy Shopify at 60 instead of 80. That's fine. Look at this. Open interest about 3,000. That's a lot. The spread is super tight. 91, 94. That's good. Now, what's the trade itself? When you sell naked put 60 on Shopify for December 20, you are collecting $92 today. I know I said 100. It's close enough, but let me show you what's going on here. You collect $92. This is your money to keep today. Theta decay of $3.38. That's the option. We lose about $3.38 every single day until expire worthless. 89% POP, probability of profit, is almost 90% chance that Shopify will not reach $60. If it does, great. I either own the stock or do cover calls the next day. And look at this, BP affected $3,000 only. Tasty Trade wants you to put as a collateral $3,000 compared to Robinhood, that if you want to sell the $60 put, you will put $6,000 as collateral. That's half the buying power that Tasty Trade asks you to put on the line. Why it's important? Because now I have another $3,000 to either do two quantity or pick another one from this list or do something else from my basically sticky note. If you do two, you can collect $176 for only $6,000 buying power. The only time that you would need the full amount, which is 6,000 times 2, that's $12,000, is in the last 2 hours of the trade if Shopify trades around 60. If it doesn't, this is your money. But let's go back to simple terms. $90 today, collect $3,000 as collateral. 89% chance that Shopify will not go there, but if it does, great. Remember, this is a stock that for me it's also in my forever stock. If Shopify goes to 60, yeah, I'll own the stock. Will I own it forever? Probably not. I will then sell covered calls against that, also 8 ATR, and wait for price appreciation and also collect some covered calls in the meantime. But the beauty, as I said, for Tasty work is the power of buying power. $3,000 only compared to $6,000 if you do the same trade on Robinhood. Collect $90 today. This is your money to keep no matter what. And if Shopify closes anywhere above 60, this will expire worthless. Tasty said to close a trade at 50% profit. I close the trade at around 80. Trade small, trade often is what they say, and I support it. Do not do whatever that you want, but I do usually about 2 to 3 contracts per ticker and do about 5 tickers a day. This is how I can quit my 9 to 5, pay my bills, subscribe. Let's grow this channel. See you next time.